The Lagos state government has vowed to hold accountable all parties involved in what it described as the tragic and shocking death of Mrs. Folajimi, a pregnant woman who was reportedly rejected by a private hospital in Lakowe, Igbeju, Lekki. The hospital allegedly refused to treat her due to the absence of a 500,000 naira deposit, a delay that led to the death of both mother and unborn child. Health Commissioner Professor Akin Abayomi says a panel has been set up in partnership with the Health Facilities Monitoring and Accreditation Agency to investigate the case. Initial reports suggest a traditional birth attendant and a private hospital were involved. Meanwhile, the hospital at the center of the controversy, As Salam Convalescent Center, has denied demanding 500,000 naira before offering treatment. In an exclusive interview with Punch, the hospital's founder, Rauf Salami, refuted the husband's accusation, saying no financial discussion occurred during the family's brief visit. I mean, this is a huge discussion. Rotus, I can see you typing away. You're having a chat.
Yeah, it's the YouTube community that they're very active.
It would be nice to hear what they're saying as well.
Well, no, they're saying that this is something that needs to be investigated, right? But, look, if I can understand someone in a sudden accident that you don't know. Accidents are unforeseen. So you might get shot. We're just talking about terrorism and banditry. You might get robbed. You might be in a car accident. We've had several cases where an unfortunate accident has happened and you get to a hospital and they deny you treatments. Mm-hmm. However, as a single man, which everybody has been telling me to get married and get ready, you prepare in advance, right? So if someone gets pregnant and is getting ready to give birth, it would behoove the father of that child to save towards that, to where you don't have a situation where when she's about to get ready to give birth, you don't have the 500,000 naira. I'm sorry, I don't want to sound insensitive here.
No,
but
very good.
But
you're already preparing.
So if there was, again, just to make the point, if it was a sudden accident, you got struck by lightning or something, I don't have the money for that. But a pregnancy, can see that coming and...
So
again, they're investigating it. The hospital has come back and said they didn't charge the fee, but still, you got to prepare for these things, right?
Yes, I understand where you're coming from. However, pregnancy is a very unpredictable journey.
Yes.
I don't know their circumstances, but what I know for a fact is that a pregnancy can be determined to be low risk. It can be said to be a smooth pregnancy and you'll go and push and there'll be no complications. But it's highly unpredictable. And if you as the husband are working off the information that this is a normal low risk pregnancy and everything will work out, you may have enough for the normal delivery and not enough for an
home
emergency.
Care delivery,
yes, home care, yes.
And home care delivery could also be.
You are missing the point. The point that Rotus is making is that the whole substance of this conversation is, according to Mr. Folajimi, that when he got to that As-Salam Convalescent Center, as it is called, that he was asked to deposit 500,000. And the man was saying, please admit my wife. I will go and look for the money.
Yes.
And his own point is that, look, when you impregnate a woman, you can't come at 9 months and you are saying, just treat her, let me go and look for the money. There are many people who do that. They put you under pressure. Brother, your wife has just given birth. They will be calling you from the village. Pregnancy that you knew nothing about. It's only when they get to maternity center that they will be moving around. Mr. Folajimi behaved in an irresponsible manner.
But how do we know?
I'm stretching the logic.
Thomas, but how do we know? It's like an emergency situation.
His own words. Number 2.
Yeah.
Dr. Salami,
yes,
who is the owner of that As-Salam Convalescent Center, says that woman, God bless her soul, God rest her soul, that she had no record of having ever visited the hospital. She had not, they could not find evidence of she having done any antenatal care. And that what they could establish was that she had been going to TBAs. You impregnate a woman, you will be taking her to quacks, to traditional birth attendants, instead of letting her go through. In fact, the hospital is saying that she had lost blood. So they even went to the hospital late.
All right, that's their side of the story.
No. There are two sides to every story.
That's their side.
And now the hospital said they didn't have the facilities or, the capability to deal with that situation.
Yes.
That was why they referred them to the general hospital. So there are two sides to the story. I know it's emotional to say one Mr. Folajimi said they asked me to bring 500,000. After all, the first time we discussed this story, I talked about the Hippocratic Oath.
Yes.
What the two sides of the story have now shown us, are basically the objective conditions.
Right.
But it's important that the Commissioner for Health for Lagos State has now set up a panel to look into this matter, to establish whether there was negligence. And there will be lessons that people should learn. If you are a woman, you are pregnant, go for antenatal care. If you are a man, you impregnate a woman, prepare for delivery day.
All right.
Don't say when you get to the hospital, they should allow you to go and borrow money and come back.
All right.
That's irresponsibility of the highest order.
All right. At the end of the day, a woman has lost her life and her the man has lost his unborn child. And there was no emergency care to take care of such a, just such a simple,
and emergencies do happen in pregnancy as well.
Care. Or may her soul rest in peace.